Hi everyone, today I'd like to show you my approach for finding ideas and the process I use for map making. I hope this video will help you with your own personal projects. A quick summary before we start. I will begin each segment with an explanation of the concept and then go on to show you an example from my latest world building project, Vesna. The first step I usually take is finding a good base or a motive to guide us through. This could be an idea for continents or countries, their planet's setting, magic system, naming conventions, languages, etc. I find the best way to find it is to look at maps and lore of fantasy worlds. This includes both the real world, looking at Google Earth and learning history, and imaginary worlds created by other people. For this I strongly suggest the r/mapmaking, r/imaginary maps and r/world building subreddits, as there's a ton of great stuff to find there, as well as PureRef. What I do is download the maps I like and put them in a PureRef file for easy access. For me, the original inspiration was a planet texture from a Star Sector mod, Unknown Skies. So yeah, your main idea can come from basically anywhere. The rest of the world was heavily inspired by maps depicting the inner sea, and the idea for the breaking up supercontinent was at least partially inspired by Artifexian. Once we have gathered all our main base ideas, we can fill in the world to serve them. What do I mean by that? Well, it would be pretty boring if your entire world consisted of just that one island or that one country. So, assuming your story takes place in your base idea place trademark, we want to create a stage for the play that's about to begin. But how do you do that? Well, for me the idea was to have an equatorial continent with rainforests in the center, because that's how climates work, and deserts north and south to it. I also thought it would be fun to have rivers originate in the rainforests and flow through the deserts to surrounding oceans, kinda like the ones on the map and kinda like the Nile River. What we have made here is a connection between our imagined world and the real one. Though sometimes you may not find them, they tend to generate a lot more ideas. Because that's the whole thing. When you see something you like, it may spark an idea in your head, and if you have that idea and combine it with a different idea or something else you might see, then those thoughts combine to create more ideas. So we have Nile. What is around Nile? Well, fertile land, and that means a lot of food. We can ask who needs that food? Maybe that advancing civilization on the peninsula which doesn't really have any fertile land. So the result might be trade or colonization, depending on other factors. Well, what would both of these require? We can say securing shipping routes, a strong navy. So we can already see that that nation would pretty much be influenced by that need for naval superiority, and naval power will certainly play a huge part in it. Anyway, if you have a general idea for all the parts of your world, you can finally start making your own maps. I suggest following that order. First a planet continent outline, then a plate tectonic map, Or if you don't really have any ideas for continents, you can start with a tectonic map. Afterwards, I suggest adding mountains, island chains and ocean ridges to your outline. After that, a full elevation map or a water current and biome map would be best. And then finally a political map. After that, you can start making other thematic maps for different regions of your world. I'm currently finishing my climate map, so there are only a few examples I can show. What I can say is not to be afraid of changing stuff. I redid pretty much every part of the world many times, usually for the better. So the more you iterate on it, the better the outcome will be. To sign off, I will briefly mention knowledge. As you could have seen, I try to keep in mind things like tectonics, climate, natural resource distribution, fertile lands and so on throughout the whole process. This lowers the risks of things not coming out the way you envisioned because you forgot about an important factor. The only way to do that is to research the topic, so I suggest doing just that. There are plenty of great resources and fantastic YouTubers out there, so go check them out. Anyway, that's pretty much everything from me.